ladies and gents, these are the top 5 most spiffing floor designs. Now, these are the top 5 most spiffing, not easiest, so I'm obviously not going to throw just a plate in here, which is why I decided to go with a little bit of a step up. It's a tiled off floor design, and you know what? It's simple, but still very spiffing. It looks very nice and clean, and hey, I've only used 2x2 tiles in this one, and it creates a nice little pattern. And hey, speaking of patterns, by creating a floor design just like so, with a whole bunch of staggered brown tiles, you can actually create somewhat of a hardwood floor design, although it might look like a brick wall design if you put it on the side of the wall, but this is not the top 5 most spiffing wall designs, so you know what? I'm gonna have to leave it as a floor design. This floor design was used in my most recent video, the Rainy Sunday Night Mock, or Rainy Sunday, whatever, which, go check it out, you know, I'm just gonna say that right now, because you guys should. It's a very good video, and incorporates another very cool building technique. Anyway, I'll stop talking about my video now, and let's get on to the actual floor design, which is very interesting. As you can see here, it actually used a snots wall design on the side of the real wall, and I tiled off to match the length of the plate at the bottom, and then you take an assembly that kind of like wraps around it, I guess, in this U shape, and you just slide it right on, and boom, it makes a really smooth floor design. So, haters will say that I just threw this design in here because I was running out of ideas, and while that's not wrong, I'm not about to lose to you guys in this argument. So, yeah, no, actually, this is a floor, right? Yeah, a dock is considered a floor, yeah, I think, yeah. Don't search up the definition on Google to try to prove me wrong, because, I don't have a reason, but, yeah, it's definitely a floor design. A dock is something you stand on, which is what a floor is, right? Yeah, exactly. Now, basically, how this is built is basically uses tiles in the center of studs, which it's an illegal building technique, but hey, only the most hardcore and spiffingest builders use a illegal building technique every 2 seconds, so you know what? It's fine. And when you add some studs on the bottom, it looks like the water is kind of rippling, and honestly, it looks pretty good. Now, all you have to do is just place this 2x6 plate on top of it, and boom, you got your own floor. Yeah, dock, floor. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so what exactly is an illegal building technique? Well, it's a technique that stresses the bricks or plates in a way they're not intended, to the point where they might break. However, in this technique, I don't think the bricks are gonna break, so you know what? I think it's not an illegal building technique. And what is this technique? Well, it's a technique inspired by Sacred Bricks' floor design, which I'll leave the link in the description for the video that inspired actually 2 of these floor designs. Now, his design was a little bit better, but I couldn't really figure it out. It was a little bit confusing, so I just decided to go with something simpler, something that anyone can achieve. So yeah, here's how it's built. It's very, very simple with this tiled off design for the kind of outside of the box, I guess. That's very important, otherwise you won't achieve this. But you're gonna put some plates and like this kind of stacked up design. Actually, what you're gonna do first is you're gonna add a plate or 2 plates, if you're doing what I'm doing, onto the very end, and then you're gonna put 2 of this kind of assembly here, and you're just gonna slide them in, and then you're going to repeat the steps over and over again until you get to the end. Now that you've gotten to the end, you're just going to put a couple extra plates in the very final slot there, and it fits together pretty well, and I think it looks pretty good. I will say Sacred's looks a little bit better than mine, with more like these indents, but it looks decent, so hey, I'll take it. Now, I believe that this is the technique that only the best and most spiffingest builders will use. I call it the cracked sidewalk design. Now, how does it work? Well, if we take off this frame, you can see that it's actually built with these miniature assemblies with a 2x2 plate sticking out. Now, this is very key so that you can take the end of it and stick it in between the studs. Kind of like what we did with the definitely not randomly inserted dock design. and it basically uses that same idea, and you just build a whole bunch of different mini assemblies. Some can kind of have like jumpers so that like some parts dip, and others, and it can be different colors, and I think it's just really cool, the creativity you can get out of this. And I even put in a nice little lamp design, which, by the way, that's a really cool technique using a miniature tire. But we're not here to talk about spiffing as lamps, okay? We're here to talk about the spiffing as floors. Well, there you have it. 5 of the most spiffing floor designs for all you spiffing viewers out there. I've said spiffing so many times in this video, it's actually ridiculous. But guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and please do subscribe. We're at 32 subscribers and we're on the road to 40. And we can only do that with your help. Maybe you can become the 33rd spiffing subscriber. I'm sorry. I'll stop with the spiffing. But with that, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Sign that up.